Hey guys, this is Topher with the Nerd Filters Battleblog, bringing you a vlog. A vlog? Does that even make sense? How about a battle vlog? That sounds pretty good. I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction to who I am, just in case you've never seen any of our videos here on the Nerd Filters Battleblog. If you haven't, please subscribe. I'm a heavy Battlefield 4 player. I probably play between 30 and 40 hours a week of the game. I'm recording constantly. And so, that's where most of our footage for our videos come from, is from me just playing, having a good time. I do play on the PlayStation 3. I've recently picked up the game on the PC, so I'm working my way into the rotation on the PC. I'm not very good at all right now. I'm lucky if I go even. Actually, I'm lucky if my computer will even play the game, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But I do play extensively, and I believe I'm pretty good. I'm getting there. Battlefield 3 was the first-person shooter I ever played competitively, like multiplayer online. So I've come a pretty long way from that point, I believe. I've been struggling, through Battlefield 3. Like my KD in Battlefield 3 probably was like a point 0.8 or a point 0.9 between the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 on the different consoles. And right now in Battlefield 4, I just recently hit my target, which was 1.5, which I believe is pretty good for where I've been at. On the PC, my KD is under 0.5, but that's mainly because of my computer, I swear, not because of me sucking. But so yeah, when I hit 1.5, that was a couple days ago. I was pretty stoked to get there. When I hit max cap of 110, I believe I had like a 1.23 KD. But that was mainly because I was working on a lot of different assignments, and with the different stuff required to platinum the game, going out of the way to do all that stuff, it really pulled me down. And then after I hit level 110, I did go through all the different assignments for the different countries. So like there was a Russia, like Welcome to Russia or something like that, and a China one and a USA one where you basically had to use a pistol, an assault rifle, and then a DMR and get headshots. And there's all these different requirements. So I struggled through that because I'm not very good with the DMRs as well. But once I got done with all those assignments, I've been able just to run my MTAR, my try-hard class, as I love to call it. And once I've gotten back with the MTAR, I've really started excelling in games. I've recently looked at my number of MVP medals, and I think I'm at 280, which is, I think, pretty darn good. But basically, like 20% of the games I play, I end up at first MVP. I understand, like on PC, there's a lot more talented players, and probably Xbox because there's a larger group of players. I would believe I wouldn't be quite as good there. So I know I'm at an advantage on the PlayStation 3. I recognize that, but I'm still pretty proud of where I'm at. So that was a big thing for me to hit that 1.5. I'm actually still moving up. So my son Zach was asking me, what's my goal? And honestly, like I'm at my goal of 1.5. So if I hit 1.55 or even a 1.6, which sounds ridiculous to me, obviously I would really be happy with that. But I'm not going to be going for that anymore. I've actually started another goal, and this is something I did on the Xbox 360 for Battlefield 3, and that is to service star all the weapons. I actually did all the kits with the exception of, I believe I didn't get like the Stinger or something ridiculous, but I got all the weapons, all the firearms, and all the knives, obviously, because they all kind of congregated in one. So I believe for the PlayStation 3, I'm going to attempt this again, but it will be tough because of all the different knives and all the different pistols. There's a lot more of choice, so it might take me a little longer, but like I said, I play so much that I don't think like switching out a couple things per round is really going to kill me. So that's a big goal that I'm going to be working towards. I'm also working towards getting an assignment done that basically it unlocks the cruise missile in the enemy bomber. And I have everything done for the China Rising DLC, with the exception of shooting down an enemy bomber. And that's actually going to be quite a challenge for me because I'm not very good in the jets. And I believe you just have to have a tremendous amount of luck in order to do that. I've seen, different people on the internet saying to drive around in an anti-air vehicle and basically follow the bomber across the map. But even when I did that, I didn't quite get enough help from the jets in the sky. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I've been in the bomber probably 100 times, and I've only been shot down once, and it kind of made me mad because that's what I wanted to do, and unfortunately that hasn't happened yet. But that would actually be the final trophy I need for Battlefield 4 on PlayStation 3 until the next batch of DLC comes out, which I do hope is soon. I've also been working towards getting pistol kills, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but as you can see on the screen right now, perfect timing. I'm actually 16th in the United States in pistol kills. And so I've really been focusing a lot of my attempts or, in my gameplays to get as many pistol kills as I possibly can, because, I'd love to be in the top 10 there. But I think most of the people that are higher than me are like way, way, way higher than me. I think I can get to 15th or 14th without too much trouble. But everybody above that, it seems to have just an enormous amount of kills. Like the number one guy is like 4,500 versus my 2,200 approximately. But anyways, I'm still working towards, raising that up. And when I start going for the different pistols, I'd probably do pretty good, with the 44 mag and the Rex. The other ones I'm not too sure about, like the 45, the compact 45, I'm not very good with for some reason. But the one that I mainly use is I believe it's the CZ. And for whatever reason, that's just my gun. I love it. I do, yeah, it's a CC 75. I have 916 kills with it. So actually, I might wait until I hit 1,000 before before putting that thing away, because that sounds like a nice number to end at. But, I think that's a pretty good challenge to service star all those guns. I'm also working my way towards the top 30 in kills in the United States. I'm number one in the state of Washington, which is where I live. I'm number one by about 2,000 kills. I've only played 380 hours of the game to get my, whatever it is, 22,000 or 21,774 is actually where I'm at right now. And I've done that in 339 hours. I don't know why I said 380. Maybe I'm overestimating. But yeah, in 339 hours, I've gotten those 21,774. And the number 2 guy in Washington State's over 900 hours played. So I'm actually working really hard to stay in front of him. But I'm also trying to get, like I said, into that top 30 to hit the leaderboards. And that would really make me happy. But it's a long process because I'm 1,700 behind the number 30 guy. And I know he's still playing. So I'm going to have to, get an extra 10 or 20 a day in order to catch up to him, because I work full time. I'm not a lifetime Battlefield player. That's not all I do, which I would love if I could. But it's going to be kind of a struggle to hit that, but we'll see how that goes. So like I said before, I've recently picked up Battlefield 4 on the PC, and it's been quite a struggle. I purchased my computer approximately 8 or 9 months ago. It was billed as a gaming PC, but it wasn't a high-end one. I believe I spent like $600 or $700 on it, and mainly I wanted it to be able to process my videos faster than my laptop could. So I picked up the PC, not thinking that I would actually ever play games on the computer, because I'm strictly a console player. But recently, a buddy of mine got me into DayZ, the standalone, and I'm having a really good time with that. And my computer will run that pretty decently. I mean, not at 60 frames per second in the cities, but there's not many computers that will. So then I decided that I want to learn how to be a PC gamer. So I picked up Battlefield 4 and installed it, did the whole 9 yards, and my computer will run it for short periods of time, like 10 minutes, and then I don't know if it's my graphics card overheating or what's actually happening, but my computer will suddenly just lock up and freeze and just go into probably 2 frames per second if I'm lucky. So obviously my stats are suffering because, like there was a game where I started off 6-8, which isn't great, but I'm learning. And when I ended the game, because I tried to force my computer to operate, basically, I ended the game like 6-20. So my stats are obviously taking a major hit because of my PC just being so slow. So I've been working with a buddy of mine who's a quote unquote expert at PCs, and my computer will run the game, but I just need to get it updated and everything. So last night I spent a lot of time actually downloading Windows 8.1. I didn't even know that it came out. I'm hardly ever on my desktop. So I've downloaded Windows 8.1. I made sure all my drivers are updated. I'm working hard, trying to do everything I can to make this thing work. And hopefully I'll get it to run. But today I was actually thinking in the interim, before I get like upgrade my computer and get new graphics card and stuff like that, I think I'm going to actually pick up Battlefield 3 on the PC. I'm pretty sure that my rig will run it, and it'll give me an opportunity to become better. Because my struggles aren't in actually doing the movements. Like, when I'm playing on consoles, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not necessarily thinking about what I do. And it's kind of like riding a bike. If you can't explain to somebody how to do it, you just do it. And if you start thinking about what you're doing, that's when you actually start struggling. So as I'm playing, that's where I'm struggling, is thinking about what I need to do in order to make this kill or to make this move or to do this or do that instead of being able to play. So I think with some work in Battlefield 3, I might be able to get there. I'm not 100% sure. It could just be, me spending even more money on on the PC gaming, which I'm gonna just end up sucking no matter what. But I think I'm willing to find out if that's the case or not. It's just there's just so much that goes into making a movement for me. It's like the keyboard. I feel like I'm using a different part of my brain in order to operate the keyboard, even though I can type, really fast. And I took, basically secretary classes when I was in high school way back in the day. But to operate the WADX keys to make the different movements, it's just too much, bro. It's just too much. So maybe with more practice, I'll get there. Before I do play, though, I do go into the test range every single time, and I spend 10 minutes in the test range taking shots on the different test targets and doing this and doing that. I probably sound like an idiot for putting forth that much effort, but I really want to figure this out. So I'm thinking that Battlefield 3 would be a good way of getting a game that's current, so hopefully people are playing it, that I can practice making the movements and practice the different techniques that I use without even thinking about it, and applying it to when I can get Battlefield 4 to run at 100% on my PC. So that's my first idea. Next idea is that, with tax season coming up, I'm going to definitely upgrade my rig. And so I really need to figure out what I need to get. If I need to replace more of my computer than what it's worth, I might just buy a brand new computer or build a new computer and let my oldest son use this to play League of Legends on, which I'm sure he'd appreciate if he had a full-time PC to use that nobody's fighting over. So I really I have a lot of work to do to figure that out. I can't even believe that guy just ran right by me. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the idiocy I saw on my TV screen right there. But overall, I do enjoy the PC gaming. I do find that most of my console friends actually are quite bitter about when I post on Facebook that I'm PC gaming or whatever, and calling it a master race or this or that. And, there's a lot of bitterness towards PC gaming just in general, but I do like it. I do see the difference in the visuals, the way that it's just so much more depth to everything and so much more detail that it is hard to go back to the PlayStation 3. Now I'm going to be getting a PlayStation 4 here probably in the next couple months, so I'm not sure. Probably it'll look better than the PlayStation 3, I would definitely imagine, but I don't know if it's still going to be as great as the PC. I doubt that they can do that, but we'll find out before too long, I would hope. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for the vlog. I hope I wasn't rambling too much, This was a very long video for me. That's actually why I didn't use it in any of my gameplays this week, because it's almost 16 minutes long, which seems like a really long time for a team deathmatch. They mainly, stay around 10, 11 minutes for a match. But I did have a good time doing this. My jaws hurt because I don't really say many words during the day in the first place. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to favorite. And then, of course, visit our website, thenerdfilter.com. We picked up a new writer today. He's a pretty cool dude. He wrote a really excellent article about a comic book called Lock and Key. So if you have a chance, jump over there, thenerdfilter.com, and check that out. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.